NIO stock technicals to watch from here. So on Friday, stock closed 2.7% down around $39 levels. So what to watch from here? So we're going to look at the different time frames for this stock. We'll go take a look at the moving averages. We'll take a look at the option activity for Friday as well. So let's go from here. So if you have watched other analysis that we have done about this stock, you know that these support resistance levels are very, very pivotal, especially this $40 level where stock has been having a hard time to get over. So especially if you go back 2 months is now, ever since it slipped below, I think we have traded above this level right here and quickly sold off. And also a couple days ago here, it tried to get above, stay above, it couldn't. And Friday we slipped below that level. So this is very pivotal point for the bulls, because if it gets above that level, then we can say that, okay, momentum, the turning point has been maybe made here, and maybe it is the change of a trend. But until then, stock is still in a downtrend, and I will show you on a weekly chart maybe. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. So last 3 weeks or so, you can say, yes, momentum is to the upside. Every single week it has closed green, and we have one more week in October, and we have also their earnings approaching pretty soon as well. But if you zoom out a little bit more, you can see here that stock has been pretty much coming down for the past 3 months or so. And also I want to switch to monthly chart and then quarterly chart as well, so we can see clearly what's going on with this name. So look at this chart where every single candle represents 1 month of price action. And for the past 10 months, this is 2021, it has been positive in January and in June. So 1 month of green action, 4 months of selling, 1 month of green action, 3 months of selling. And now October, we still have a week or so. It depends where it's going to close. So if this month we try to get above this 42, which is this bold line right here, where pretty much during summer has spent in these low levels. And if you can see, that's the demand zone. But look at the volume. So I'm going to show you on a monthly chart volume, and then we'll take a look at it on a quarterly chart as well. For the momentum to be strong, for the momentum to change, you want the volume, so you want interest. So people need to be buying it more than selling, because guess what? So when people buy at these levels and sit basically there with the cap, basically they park the capital for a long time and it doesn't perform. Well, not every person is going to sit through and is going to be patient with it, because there are other better opportunities in the market. So volume has been declining, while stock has pretty much year-to-date stock is down. It hasn't been doing anything for the past 2021. So if you bought it in the beginning of the year, you might have lost a lot of opportunities that market has presented. Versus last year, look at it. So volume has been going up, stock has been going up as well with it. So now let's switch to maybe quarterly chart. On a quarterly chart, you can see same thing. As stock started going higher here, volume goes higher, and when stock is undecided, moving sideways, volume is disappearing. And for some people, it's a good sign that stock may be selling off or moving sideways with a lower volume. But for some people, it's not a good sign that there's no interest for stock at these support levels. So these levels, $35 levels, look on a quarterly chart, That's a clear support. And even on a monthly chart, if that's your time horizon, if you're not day trader, because when I make a video about daily price action, a lot of people say that they're in it for a long term. But if you're watching long term, you should pay attention to those charts: weekly, monthly, quarterly, and year to date, what stock has been doing. So those are the levels, and that's what I'm looking at. And also I'm looking at the moving averages here. So if you take a look at the stock at the moment for the bulls, maybe the good sign is that stock got above its 50-day simple moving average. So if it does drop even more from these levels, that 50-day moving average, I will be watching it as a support. And also this blue line right here is a 20-day moving average. Stock is above it, but it's below its 200-day moving average, which is red line right here, and 100-day moving average, purple line right here. So below those moving averages, so it needs to get above 200-day maybe to get going for the momentum to turn around here. But so far, to me personally, it is still in the range, and it has a lot of work to do to get above these levels. At best, it needs to get above these $47, $50 levels, or in October, we still have a week. If it gets above $42.50, then that could be the really good start for the bulls. Going into November and going into their earnings as well, because Tesla has reported earnings. They pretty much crashed it, and the stock is trading near all-time highs, versus NIO here still, if you measure it from its 52-week highs, basically it's what's the discount right now? It's still below maybe. Let's take a look at the exact percentage, and I'll tell you how much it's down at these levels. It's still down 42% from its highs. So that's what's happening with NIO. And what about the options? Let's take a look at the volume that came in on Friday. 215,000 calls were traded, 57,000 puts were traded, and what people were buying, what people were betting on. So let's take a look. So I'm just filtering out by the biggest orders that came in, and just by looking at these orders, I can say, yeah, looks like on Friday, biggest contract purchases that came in. So of course there are some put buyers as well, but for the most part, a lot of calls for January 2022, and even November this year, December this year, $40 calls, $50 calls, $45, but looks like $40 and $46 call strike prices are the most popular, and $45 as well. And there are some 25 puts for 2023, and 39 puts, $40 puts, $20 puts. So there are some puts, but looks like on Friday, option market was bullish. So let's see what it does next week. We'll definitely cover it, but for this video, for this update, that's it. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next update. Peace.